How many pens do you have?
How many pens do you have?
I must prepare their breakfast.
I must prepare their breakfast.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
She is from France.
She is from France.
The pirates buried their treasure in the ground.
The pirates buried their treasure in the ground.
You'll never be alone.
You'll never be alone.
If only I could sing well.
If only I could sing well.
I don't mind being criticized when I am wrong.
I don't mind being criticized when I am wrong.
The toilet is upstairs.
The toilet is upstairs.
We have no school tomorrow.
We have no school tomorrow.
I live in Kyoto now.
I live in Kyoto now.
He is old enough to drive a car.
He is old enough to drive a car.
Permanent peace is nothing but an illusion.
Permanent peace is nothing but an illusion.
Both his parents are dead.
Both his parents are dead.
I bought a round-trip ticket.
I bought a round-trip ticket.
I dislike being alone.
I dislike being alone.
We traveled on foot.
We traveled on foot.
It's now my turn.
It's now my turn.
Your father wants you.
Your father wants you.
She apologized to me for stepping on my foot.
She apologized to me for stepping on my foot.
I must have made a mistake.
I must have made a mistake.
You are no longer a baby.
You are no longer a baby.
This is how we make ice cream.
This is how we make ice cream.
You should be ashamed of your behavior.
You should be ashamed of your behavior.
The dress suits you very well.
The dress suits you very well.
Stop saying that.
Stop saying that.
Did you come here alone?
Did you come here alone?
She insisted on going there.
She insisted on going there.
I gave my father a silk tie.
I gave my father a silk tie.
I wish I were in Paris now.
I wish I were in Paris now.
They found him guilty.
They found him guilty.
She loves Tom.
She loves Tom.
This dog is big.
This dog is big.
He felt something crawl up his leg.
He felt something crawl up his leg.
I want to be a nurse.
I want to be a nurse.
He hated lying.
He hated lying.
I'm very busy, so don't count on me.
I'm very busy, so don't count on me.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
Lightning struck the tower.
Lightning struck the tower.
I'd like to pay the check, please.
I'd like to pay the check, please.
You should not trust him.
You should not trust him.
Everyone is ready.
Everyone is ready.
This is a small book.
This is a small book.
They adopted the orphan.
They adopted the orphan.
She has a tender heart.
She has a tender heart.
I can't make myself understood in French.
I can't make myself understood in French.
Iron is hard.
Iron is hard.
He turned the doorknob with his left hand.
He turned the doorknob with his left hand.
Do as he tells you.
Do as he tells you.
In the alphabet, B comes after A.
In the alphabet, B comes after A.
I have a friend who lives in Sapporo.
I have a friend who lives in Sapporo.
How many students are there in your school?
How many students are there in your school?
I'm expecting a customer today.
I'm expecting a customer today.
I don't know his name.
I don't know his name.
You are a very good artist.
You are a very good artist.
He made up his mind to be a teacher.
He made up his mind to be a teacher.
When did you finish it?
When did you finish it?
She did not let failure discourage her.
She did not let failure discourage her.
What is the tallest building in Japan?
What is the tallest building in Japan?
To tell the truth, this is how it happened.
To tell the truth, this is how it happened.
I will have finished the work by noon.
I will have finished the work by noon.
Some runners drink water as they are running.
Some runners drink water as they are running.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Is there a doctor in the house?
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
My stomach hurts.
My stomach hurts.
I will be glad to help you anytime.
I will be glad to help you anytime.
They went on an expedition to the North Pole.
They went on an expedition to the North Pole.
Clean the mirror.
Clean the mirror.
She knows your mother very well.
She knows your mother very well.
I know the reason that she quit her job.
I know the reason that she quit her job.
The power plant supplies the remote district with electricity.
The power plant supplies the remote district with electricity.
We saw the monkey at the zoo.
We saw the monkey at the zoo.
I can't believe my eyes.
I can't believe my eyes.
Their wedding will be tomorrow.
Their wedding will be tomorrow.
Do me a favor by switching off that radio.
Do me a favor by switching off that radio.
I do not read books.
I do not read books.
That can't be true.
That can't be true.
He can play baseball.
He can play baseball.
Who planted the tree?
Who planted the tree?
Is breakfast ready?
Is breakfast ready?
They deal in shoes and clothes at that store.
They deal in shoes and clothes at that store.
That's news to me.
That's news to me.
The opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel.
The opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel.
He deserves a promotion.
He deserves a promotion.
My father bought me a camera for my birthday.
My father bought me a camera for my birthday.
The boy got in through the window.
The boy got in through the window.
She married a musician.
She married a musician.
Scientists regard the discovery as important.
Scientists regard the discovery as important.
I remember seeing her.
I remember seeing her.
Do you have any apples?
Do you have any apples?
She called up her mother on the phone.
She called up her mother on the phone.
In case of fire, dial 119.
In case of fire, dial 119.
My driving instructor says I should be more patient.
My driving instructor says I should be more patient.
Have you read this book yet?
Have you read this book yet?
Crime doesn't pay.
Crime doesn't pay.
I remembered everybody.
I remembered everybody.
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about me.
Are you ready to hear the bad news?
Are you ready to hear the bad news?
What's the good news?
What's the good news?
Give me something to write on.
Give me something to write on.
He lacks experience.
He lacks experience.
His brother is more patient than he is.
His brother is more patient than he is.
Could I have a screwdriver?
Could I have a screwdriver?
May I draw the curtains?
May I draw the curtains?
That country has a mild climate.
That country has a mild climate.
My wife died of cancer.
My wife died of cancer.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Smile at the camera, please.
Smile at the camera, please.
He disappeared into the crowd.
He disappeared into the crowd.
We were in the same class then.
We were in the same class then.
A student wants to see you.
A student wants to see you.
The plane flew above the clouds.
The plane flew above the clouds.
What do I have?
What do I have?
Japan is an industrial country.
Japan is an industrial country.
We go to school by bus.
We go to school by bus.
Nobody can stop me.
Nobody can stop me.
This apple is very red.
This apple is very red.
I will forgive him out of consideration for you.
I will forgive him out of consideration for you.
Come on, get up.
Come on, get up.
Spell your name, please.
Spell your name, please.
Feeling the house shake, I ran outside.
Feeling the house shake, I ran outside.
It was in 1950 that he was born.
It was in 1950 that he was born.
The history class starts at 9.
The history class starts at 9.
A ball flew in through the window.
A ball flew in through the window.
I have a picture of an airport.
I have a picture of an airport.
I haven't slept well recently.
I haven't slept well recently.
Water reflects light.
Water reflects light.
Stop bothering me.
Stop bothering me.
It was so cold that he was shivering.
It was so cold that he was shivering.
I am unfamiliar with the customs of this country.
I am unfamiliar with the customs of this country.
This isn't what I ordered.
This isn't what I ordered.
Can he speak English?
Can he speak English?
Fasten your seat belt, please.
Fasten your seat belt, please.
He painted his bicycle red.
He painted his bicycle red.
I don't agree with you.
I don't agree with you.
She is all skin and bone.
She is all skin and bone.
Don't put anything on top of the box.
Don't put anything on top of the box.
He's got lung cancer.
He's got lung cancer.
An error was made.
An error was made.
What would you like to do?
What would you like to do?
We will be together forever.
We will be together forever.
He became a nice young man.
He became a nice young man.
She stopped singing the song.
She stopped singing the song.
I have a hangover.
I have a hangover.
No one knows his address but Tom.
No one knows his address but Tom.
It's obvious that she doesn't care about us.
It's obvious that she doesn't care about us.
I don't feel like studying at all tonight.
I don't feel like studying at all tonight.
I love watching soccer games.
I love watching soccer games.
I'll stay if it rains.
I'll stay if it rains.
We want a house of our own.
We want a house of our own.
The meeting began at 5 in the afternoon.
The meeting began at 5 in the afternoon.
Can you give me your cell number?
Can you give me your cell number?
The little boy is used to talking with grown-ups.
The little boy is used to talking with grown-ups.
They are willing to help us out.
They are willing to help us out.
Please come in.
Please come in.
Have you found any good solution?
Have you found any good solution?
That's a doll.
That's a doll.
He makes his living by singing.
He makes his living by singing.
Do you feel any better today?
Do you feel any better today?
How do you pronounce this word?
How do you pronounce this word?
I'm married.
I'm married.
He lives apart from his parents.
He lives apart from his parents.
You have a bright future.
You have a bright future.
Which comes first, your career or your family?
Which comes first, your career or your family?
Her car broke down on the way.
Her car broke down on the way.
He is good at singing.
He is good at singing.
The door will lock automatically when you go out.
The door will lock automatically when you go out.
You should have come earlier.
You should have come earlier.
My father sometimes goes abroad.
My father sometimes goes abroad.
You can always count on me.
You can always count on me.
The pond is 3 meters deep.
The pond is 3 meters deep.
My father has visited London many times.
My father has visited London many times.
English is a language spoken all over the world.
English is a language spoken all over the world.
It has been raining since Tuesday.
It has been raining since Tuesday.
I treated her as my own daughter.
I treated her as my own daughter.
I have an interest in cello and piano.
I have an interest in cello and piano.
Roast chicken is one of my favorite dishes.
Roast chicken is one of my favorite dishes.
Here's my receipt.
Here's my receipt.
We stood on the top of the mountain.
We stood on the top of the mountain.
He is cranky.
He is cranky.
I feel relieved.
I feel relieved.
Our plane was flying over the Pacific Ocean.
Our plane was flying over the Pacific Ocean.
Could you repeat that?
Could you repeat that?
My son thinks women are stronger than men.
My son thinks women are stronger than men.
We hope you will enjoy the show.
We hope you will enjoy the show.
The patient got better little by little.
The patient got better little by little.
It's a small world.
It's a small world.
He is English.
He is English.
I like her sister very much.
I like her sister very much.
He failed after all.
He failed after all.
Flour is made from wheat.
Flour is made from wheat.
You don't know how worried I am.
You don't know how worried I am.
It is difficult to speak 3 languages.
It is difficult to speak 3 languages.
He got the ball.
He got the ball.
Take a bus.
Take a bus.
Wash your hands before eating.
Wash your hands before eating.
Quality is more important than quantity.
Quality is more important than quantity.
Her mother has made her what she is.
Her mother has made her what she is.
I'm crazy about football.
I'm crazy about football.
I got a nasty sting from a wasp.
I got a nasty sting from a wasp.
The day after tomorrow is Tom's birthday.
The day after tomorrow is Tom's birthday.
My brother gave me a cute doll.
My brother gave me a cute doll.
I have a runny nose.
I have a runny nose.
The storm has gradually abated.
The storm has gradually abated.
She looked more beautiful than ever.
She looked more beautiful than ever.
He was the only witness of the accident.
He was the only witness of the accident.
You swim well, don't you?
You swim well, don't you?
When did you open your new store?
When did you open your new store?
I thought that Tom was kind.
I thought that Tom was kind.
She's very beautiful.
She's very beautiful.
Here is the book you are looking for.
Here is the book you are looking for.
He is a member of the committee.
He is a member of the committee.
Why can't you come?
Why can't you come?
Look at those black clouds.
Look at those black clouds.
I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
The nail went through the wall.
The nail went through the wall.
This song sounds sad.
This song sounds sad.
Compare your translation with the one on the blackboard.
Compare your translation with the one on the blackboard.
Tom called me yesterday at 9 in the morning.
Tom called me yesterday at 9 in the morning.
There is no place like home.
There is no place like home.
Those are my books.
Those are my books.
He's an excellent brain surgeon.
He's an excellent brain surgeon.
They laughed at his mistake.
They laughed at his mistake.
My father is in his room.
My father is in his room.
He often plays the guitar.
He often plays the guitar.
Stop grumbling.
Stop grumbling.
My watch is accurate.
My watch is accurate.
He used to be a gentleman.
He used to be a gentleman.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Is he sleeping?
Is he sleeping?
He adapted himself to his new life.
He adapted himself to his new life.
TV plays an important part in everyday life.
TV plays an important part in everyday life.
Do you speak English?
Do you speak English?
He laughed.
He laughed.
I almost caught the fish.
I almost caught the fish.
The crow flew away.
The crow flew away.
I'm not busy today.
I'm not busy today.
I don't know if he is a doctor.
I don't know if he is a doctor.
I bought it for about $12.
I bought it for about $12.
A good businessman knows how to make money.
A good businessman knows how to make money.
The party was fun. You should have come, too.
The party was fun. You should have come, too.
He lives in luxury.
He lives in luxury.
She is 8 months pregnant.
She is 8 months pregnant.
Wherever you go, I will follow you.
Wherever you go, I will follow you.
I worked all night.
I worked all night.
I feel like eating out tonight.
I feel like eating out tonight.
Is she a doctor?
Is she a doctor?
My business is picking up again.
My business is picking up again.
Let's study English.
Let's study English.
I don't want to risk losing it.
I don't want to risk losing it.
What is the name of this river?
What is the name of this river?
He came home very late.
He came home very late.
We spent the day in the open air.
We spent the day in the open air.
Many countries have abolished capital punishment.
Many countries have abolished capital punishment.
This is your book.
This is your book.
A rat ran across the road.
A rat ran across the road.
Where is the bank?
Where is the bank?
He decided to specialize in physics at college.
He decided to specialize in physics at college.
I had never seen such a beautiful girl before.
I had never seen such a beautiful girl before.
They went to Chicago by car.
They went to Chicago by car.
He dozed off in history class.
He dozed off in history class.
They concluded that he had told a lie.
They concluded that he had told a lie.
English is spoken in many countries.
English is spoken in many countries.
Isn't it black?
Isn't it black?
We had a lot of rain last month.
We had a lot of rain last month.
He cut down a tree in his garden.
He cut down a tree in his garden.
The train finally arrived.
The train finally arrived.
He hardly ever opens a book.
He hardly ever opens a book.
My friends don't play tennis.
My friends don't play tennis.
I managed to get there in time.
I managed to get there in time.
They married when they were young.
They married when they were young.
He gave a detailed description of the accident.
He gave a detailed description of the accident.
I will show you around the city.
I will show you around the city.
No matter what happens, I'll stand by you.
No matter what happens, I'll stand by you.
The child talks as if he were a man.
The child talks as if he were a man.
I believe Tom is right.
I believe Tom is right.
The phone rang while I was taking a shower.
The phone rang while I was taking a shower.
Haste makes waste.
Haste makes waste.
She returned the book to the library.
She returned the book to the library.
A man who breaks his promises cannot be trusted.
A man who breaks his promises cannot be trusted.
We are not Americans.
We are not Americans.
Let me go.
Let me go.
Can I park my car here?
Can I park my car here?
He stood up and took a deep breath.
He stood up and took a deep breath.
When was she born?
When was she born?
There's only a little milk left.
There's only a little milk left.
Can your brother drive a car?
Can your brother drive a car?
I am 19 years old.
I am 19 years old.
How do you like Texas so far?
How do you like Texas so far?
Do you like fish?
Do you like fish?
I'm very proud of my father.
I'm very proud of my father.
Put some salt on your meat.
Put some salt on your meat.
His speech was too short.
His speech was too short.
Let's leave the decision to Tom.
Let's leave the decision to Tom.
Everything is over.
Everything is over.
I will show you how to solve it.
I will show you how to solve it.
What did you do that for?
What did you do that for?
What time does this restaurant close?
What time does this restaurant close?
Every man has his price.
Every man has his price.
His whole family is like that.
His whole family is like that.
Don't confuse Austria with Australia.
Don't confuse Austria with Australia.
She has worn the same hat for a month.
She has worn the same hat for a month.
I can see a ship in the distance.
I can see a ship in the distance.
Don't exceed the speed limit.
Don't exceed the speed limit.
Man is mortal.
Man is mortal.
What a big dog.
What a big dog.
I closed my umbrella.
I closed my umbrella.
He has a good memory.
He has a good memory.
Please sign your name on the contract.
Please sign your name on the contract.
I warmed myself at the fire.
I warmed myself at the fire.
The bad harvest caused massive food shortages.
The bad harvest caused massive food shortages.
Wax the floor.
Wax the floor.
I am going to watch TV this evening.
I am going to watch TV this evening.
I am hungry because I did not eat breakfast.
I am hungry because I did not eat breakfast.
Not a sound was heard in the room.
Not a sound was heard in the room.
His house is near the subway.
His house is near the subway.
Have you ever seen him swimming?
Have you ever seen him swimming?
Eat more fresh vegetables.
Eat more fresh vegetables.
I always keep my word.
I always keep my word.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No one thinks so.
No one thinks so.
Please air the room.
Please air the room.
He described exactly what happened.
He described exactly what happened.
Did you know she is good at making coffee?
Did you know she is good at making coffee?
Some wild animals are on the verge of extinction.
Some wild animals are on the verge of extinction.
This story is worth reading.
This story is worth reading.
We made statues out of wood.
We made statues out of wood.
I enjoyed talking with my girlfriend.
I enjoyed talking with my girlfriend.
He's popular with the students.
He's popular with the students.
Tom will paint the fence tomorrow.
Tom will paint the fence tomorrow.
A gigantic bird came flying toward him.
A gigantic bird came flying toward him.
He studied abroad.
He studied abroad.
He was expelled from school.
He was expelled from school.
We will purchase a new car next week.
We will purchase a new car next week.
You'd better go.
You'd better go.
He fought against racial discrimination.
He fought against racial discrimination.
You're disgusting.
You're disgusting.
To speak English well is difficult.
To speak English well is difficult.
I was born 20 years ago.
I was born 20 years ago.
I can't see anything.
I can't see anything.
How can you be so optimistic about the future?
How can you be so optimistic about the future?
I'm good at math.
I'm good at math.
I have a cold.
I have a cold.
I get up at 6:30.
I get up at 6:30.
Don't hold it upside down.
Don't hold it upside down.
My brother is an engineer.
My brother is an engineer.
I can speak English.
I can speak English.
He broke his word.
He broke his word.
Have you finished the work yet?
Have you finished the work yet?
All children are potential geniuses.
All children are potential geniuses.
It seems that his father is a lawyer.
It seems that his father is a lawyer.
The teacher made me repeat the sentence.
The teacher made me repeat the sentence.
Call the police.
Call the police.
I would like to have a word with you.
I would like to have a word with you.
Put down your pencil.
Put down your pencil.
The United States is abundant in natural resources.
The United States is abundant in natural resources.
Did you work yesterday?
Did you work yesterday?
They say that seeing is believing.
They say that seeing is believing.
I make too many mistakes.
I make too many mistakes.
I had no time to eat.
I had no time to eat.
You can use this pen.
You can use this pen.
He will be back in a day or two.
He will be back in a day or two.
He will come tomorrow.
He will come tomorrow.
I know where you live.
I know where you live.
I have a feeling he is right.
I have a feeling he is right.
He ordered them to release the prisoners.
He ordered them to release the prisoners.
There are many galaxies in the universe.
There are many galaxies in the universe.
I heard her singing.
I heard her singing.
I'd like to replace it.
I'd like to replace it.
Is there a bank near here?
Is there a bank near here?
There are many bridges in this city.
There are many bridges in this city.
That is my school.
That is my school.
The whereabouts of the suspect is still unknown.
The whereabouts of the suspect is still unknown.
Please close the window.
Please close the window.
He's talking on the telephone.
He's talking on the telephone.
No matter who says so, I don't believe it.
No matter who says so, I don't believe it.
I am all ears.
I am all ears.
I don't get enough sleep.
I don't get enough sleep.
This hotel is better than that hotel.
This hotel is better than that hotel.
They remained friends.
They remained friends.
All the students study English.
All the students study English.
Tom drove the car.
Tom drove the car.
I love that commercial.
I love that commercial.
He was standing at the street corner.
He was standing at the street corner.
I've read both these books.
I've read both these books.
What do you have in your hand?
What do you have in your hand?
I like summer the best.
I like summer the best.
I went to the zoo with my sister.
I went to the zoo with my sister.
We went to the museum.
We went to the museum.
Pick out the shirt that you like best.
Pick out the shirt that you like best.
Do your best and don't worry.
Do your best and don't worry.
Something has happened to the engine.
Something has happened to the engine.
Oranges contain a lot of vitamin C.
Oranges contain a lot of vitamin C.
When ice melts, it becomes water.
When ice melts, it becomes water.
The door opened.
The door opened.
You should have helped him with his work.
You should have helped him with his work.
I'm right, aren't I?
I'm right, aren't I?
Put the book on the desk.
Put the book on the desk.
There is no clock in my room.
There is no clock in my room.
Are you ready to order?
Are you ready to order?
Sexual harassment has now become a social issue.
Sexual harassment has now become a social issue.
He made me sing.
He made me sing.
Don't fail to call me back.
Don't fail to call me back.
Where is the bathroom?
Where is the bathroom?
They were separated into two groups.
They were separated into two groups.
Tom hid under the table.
Tom hid under the table.
I don't believe such things exist.
I don't believe such things exist.
You should have told me the truth.
You should have told me the truth.
Where's the toilet?
Where's the toilet?
What are you going to do this evening?
What are you going to do this evening?
I'm so full.
I'm so full.
He's the president of the bank.
He's the president of the bank.
Your question is hard to answer.
Your question is hard to answer.
I like it very much.
I like it very much.
The church is decorated with flowers for the wedding.
The church is decorated with flowers for the wedding.
I miss you.
I miss you.
Will you please put that in simpler words?
Will you please put that in simpler words?
You have a good sense of humor.
You have a good sense of humor.
I helped him walk across the street.
I helped him walk across the street.
Although it rained, everyone had a good time.
Although it rained, everyone had a good time.
I went home.
I went home.
Let me help you. Your bag looks very heavy.
Let me help you. Your bag looks very heavy.
He likes walking in the park.
He likes walking in the park.
Bad news travels fast.
Bad news travels fast.
That goes against my beliefs.
That goes against my beliefs.
I'm just looking, thank you.
I'm just looking, thank you.
He's famous around the world.
He's famous around the world.
Electricity is very useful.
Electricity is very useful.
I told him about our school.
I told him about our school.
The news filled her with sorrow.
The news filled her with sorrow.
I caught a cold, and I have a fever.
I caught a cold, and I have a fever.
He exchanged his cow for 2 horses.
He exchanged his cow for 2 horses.
I'm just going to stay home.
I'm just going to stay home.
Fish is cheap today.
Fish is cheap today.
The hotel was burned down.
The hotel was burned down.
I guess I'll have to leave now.
I guess I'll have to leave now.
It's time to go to school.
It's time to go to school.
Ask her what she has done.
Ask her what she has done.
There are a lot of parks in London.
There are a lot of parks in London.
You can eat lunch here in this room.
You can eat lunch here in this room.
Good eating habits are essential.
Good eating habits are essential.
Are you doing anything special?
Are you doing anything special?
It's bad luck to say that.
It's bad luck to say that.
I have some English books.
I have some English books.
The lake is 4 miles across.
The lake is 4 miles across.
I'm from Kyoto.
I'm from Kyoto.
Wait till 6.
Wait till 6.
I talked with her for an hour.
I talked with her for an hour.
He knows New York inside out.
He knows New York inside out.
Leave the books as they are.
Leave the books as they are.
I don't know how to use a VCR.
I don't know how to use a VCR.
It is not so difficult as you think.
It is not so difficult as you think.
We have no time.
We have no time.
Didn't you know that?
Didn't you know that?
He had an intense hatred of his teacher.
He had an intense hatred of his teacher.
I love rock.
I love rock.
I was invited to lunch.
I was invited to lunch.
Money talks.
Money talks.
Please add my name to the list.
Please add my name to the list.
She didn't give me her name.
She didn't give me her name.
The law was changed.
The law was changed.
The minister is to visit Mexico next week.
The minister is to visit Mexico next week.
Answer in English.
Answer in English.
Americans are very friendly people.
Americans are very friendly people.
I partly agree with you.
I partly agree with you.
Is that your room?
Is that your room?
The school was established in 1650.
The school was established in 1650.
The box was too heavy.
The box was too heavy.
I suppose you're hungry.
I suppose you're hungry.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
If you became blind suddenly, what would you do?
If you became blind suddenly, what would you do?
She finished writing a letter.
She finished writing a letter.
They say this old house is haunted.
They say this old house is haunted.